Ladies and gentlemen, we got the old super Cuda PowerCOR, the old pearl one, I think, right? I think this is the pearl one, but it's the pretty one. Looks like a fireball, like a shot of fireball. That's what it is. So this got the 45 by 4.5 by 45 layout on it, and we're gonna take it out on 47-foot lead condition, and we're gonna see what it's got here in a minute. So stay tuned.
They say bowling is a dying sport.
A dying sport.
I disagree. I disagree.
I disagree.
I disagree.
I disagree.
BowlerX.com for the love of bowling.
All right, here we go. Super Cuda PowerCOR Pearl, I believe. Right around that 9-10 range. Straighter, should be good here. This is where this ball should excel. I don't know what I'm talking about, but my goodness, that thing picked up still. It makes sense that that didn't get through there, I guess. So let's go 5 left. Now, if this one doesn't get through there, this ball's definitely stronger than I thought. Yeah, okay, so that's what I was expecting. That's what I'm expecting. I don't expect this ball to do very well going left or right, but I do think this is probably the ball, the good transition type of ball that'll get you down the lane. It's not gonna do anything super crazy, keeps you in play, you know, might give you that extra little pop down lane to get through the pins. Probably good games, probably good in game 3, I would say. All right, here we go, moving 5 left. Rotate it a little bit. Yeah, you can see it hit the dry and it kind of just, I don't want to say it wiggled off of it, but it just really slow to come off of it. Still got through the pins, a little too far down the lane still, but that's okay. Again, more of a transition piece than anything. Probably not something you would want to use on a 47-foot lead condition, but it's going to be really good for those standard lead conditions that you see all the time. So now we're going to get in here in the middle of the lane, rotate it, and see how it does in the oil. Will it sit there? Yeah, that's what I'm concerned about, and that's, you know, to be expected with this ball. It's not meant to be a super strong pearl. It's not meant to be one of those balls that goes around the whole lane. So this is one that, you know, it's going to want a little friction. If I stand in that same spot and throw it to the right, it probably hooks. If I get it into the friction, it probably hooks from there. So I'm going to try to get this one going right. Yeah, see, so that one sees the friction and it gets going. You know, whereas the one before was further left, it sat in the oil and it didn't want to hook. Just again, that's just the product of the pearl cover, the weaker pearl cover, that just, it's not meant for that. This is meant for transition. This is meant for later in the block or at a bowling center where you have a ton of hook, a ton of friction already built in. That's what it's for. That's what you want. So again, very good transition ball here. Good for later in the blocks, later in the day. That might hook. Yeah, because you get it to the right, get it to the dry, it's got a chance. So this could be one of those balls where you stand left and throw it right, as long as you throw it to the dry. You're in big trouble if you miss left though. It's just not strong enough to get through all the oil. So you're talking 2-pin, 2-8-10 city for a right-hander. It's probably a really good ball for a left-hander. Allow you to play nice and straight, not really have to move off of it too much. That might overhook. Nope, not quite. I thought I got it there too fast. So I thought it wasn't gonna, or thought I was gonna overhook. I thought I was gonna hit the dry and just go crazy. But again, like I said, standing left and throwing it right, as long as you get it going right, in good shape. I like it so far. These are my kind of bowling balls. I like these types of balls. It makes me feel like I'm in control, you know? Will it hook? Troublesome area. That's what I was talking about. That's that troublesome area where you might see a little bit of delay. It's gonna just get too far down the lane, but I got that one left and it still picked up and still swished a strike. So that's a good sign. That's not a terrible thing. You saw the one shot where I missed left and it kind of bailed in 210 or 2810 and it didn't do the right thing, but that's okay. But then you saw once I threw it to the right, got it to the friction, it was good to go. So if you're looking for a transition ball, or if you're in a bowl and center that hooks a bunch, you struggle with getting the ball down the lane, this Super Cuda PowerCOR Pearl is gonna be the one for you. This is probably what you wanna get. So head over to BowlerX.com, get yours today, and until next time, I'm getting out of here. See you guys later. Take care.